You see that? Huh? That's one of the new units in Stick War 3, and we're gonna play him today. Order versus Order. So he's pretty expensive. He costs 150 crystal and 500 gold. So we're gonna need to get a little bit of miners up and going. And I think we're gonna want one sword rat to kind of like hold the line, but look at how beautiful Stick War 3 is. It's incredible. So we're gonna do a little bit of a miner rush right here. I am feeling a little bit nervous, and the enemy does hold the middle ground. You can tell because the tower is up and it's showing red, meaning enemy bad guys. We want a KRIPTOR as what they're called. And it just says mounted fighter. Like clearly we're dealing with a placeholder unit, and this is on like the closed beta testing, right? So there's ways to kind of cheese these guys into the game. Now our first one is going to come out. We've also got this upgrade where whenever we kill a unit, we're going to get a little bit of money back. When our guys die, we get some money back too. So because they're expensive, we want more money. Like I said, we're fighting an Order army, so they could be bringing out Speartons, but here he is. Look at this. Entering the battlefield is our cavalryman. This is amazing. Oh, okay. Well, the enemy decided to come out and fight us. They brought archers, so I feel like cavalry is a really good counter. They have AoE on his attack. Looks like he's doing 12 damage a burst, maybe? And we're just kind of letting him do all the work right here as we queue up a second one. So this guy is like excellent at cutting down archers, I think. Now, he's also seems to be probably a crowd control unit by the fact that he's got like these two like scimitar-like swords. I feel like the animations for these guys are also placeholder. So we've taken the middle ground. Let's retreat back. And because I don't want to lose them, I want to build up an army of these guys. So we've got two so far. They look really cool. Like, is this technically the first animal that's been in Stick War? I think so. Unless you count like the little demon guys that like explode in the old games. They do take a while to queue up though. So I think, let's see, we could always get more miners on the way, right? I mean, we did invest in mining. It'd be kind of cool though to see if you could get like cavalry archers, although like if the Mongolians are indication, cavalry archers are pretty OP when you're dealing with medieval based weaponry. So here we go. We've got a line of 4. Let's go out and skirmish the enemy before we start queuing up even more of these bad guys. Oh, there's a Merrick. So we're able to rush past their spells and run down enemy infantry. Really, really good when they are like retreating. Like, look at this. Oh, this poor Merrick. Oh, this poor Merrick. You are going to get wrecked. So let's cut the Merrick down and then let's retreat back to the mid ground because we do want to take it. The Merrick didn't know what to do. He's like, you know what? I'm going to die. I don't really know any other way about it. We'll do a little bit of a miner rush. Yeah, so with this much gold we're producing, what other units would be good? You can't queue them up at the same time with Speartons. You can with light units, though, because they are considered a heavy unit. And with their cost, it does make sense. So we're building, like, I feel like the Riders of Rohan right now. We're just going all cavalry. Now, as far as, like, they're considered a light faction unit. At first, you see that, like, the little animal they're riding, and you're like, that guy kind of looks a little demonic. I mean, he's got red eyes. He's got a gnarly looking beak, but maybe they're vegetarians. I mean, I don't know. But at this point, I feel like the enemy does not want to deal with this. So this is us versus an Order faction. Right after this, we're going to fight a Chaos faction and see how well we do. All right, so if we go on a little bit of a raid here. Oh, look, the enemy brought out wizards. Magic kill with their minions. Ooh, and they did pull off a spell that stunned us pretty well. And then their little fire eruptions. Fulminate. Man, the wizards have got to say fulminate. So at this point, we're just running amok in the enemy lines. We're going to retreat back. We've got full upgrades here. This may not be a very good spell for us. I'm thinking Lifesteal would prove far better for these cavalry. These heavy units, right? Keeping them on the field even longer. I think moving... How many guys do we have on Crystal? Is it just 2? It might just be 2. No wonder we have so much gold and such little crystal at our disposal right now. If we take direct control, Dejected Gelding. That's a weird name, man. That's a weird name. That's like the default because I'm like not on my main account right here. All right, so we're on our last guy. He's going to enter and look at how fast they run. These guys are fast, but they're more of like heavy cavalry. It'd be really cool to see light cavalry. Something super, super fast. So at this point, we are maxed out, and we are going to go in attack, and I'm expecting to just wreck the enemy forces. Look at that. They barely created a front line. I think on our last attack, we must have killed a lot of miners. maybe a lot more than I was paying attention to. And right now, it's just we are ripping these guys apart, literally, because look at our amazing looking blades here. They wobble a lot, and I don't think that's like how they're supposed to look. I think that's probably one of the many reasons why these guys are still in testing and still works in progress. That's the thing to keep in mind. I don't think they would like keep running around like that. We saw that with the Juggernauts too, like in the last video where we were showing off these secret Stick War 3 units. Bro, they're like fidget spinning right now. This is kind of funny. Yeah, definitely work in progress. So yeah, KRIPTOR, order, heavy, 6 damage per second. I'm thinking we go for vampirism instead. We get rid of the Speartons. And there's not really a unit that does well with this, so I think we're gonna go for a spell. So we're gonna be fighting a necromancer, a chaos-based army of zombies. So what I want to try here, and I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work, is we're going to try a rush. Now, these guys, we start out with 500 gold, but what we don't have is 150 crystal. These guys are going to have to go back. One of them's going to have to go back twice. So this guy, once he drops it off, we're going to switch him to gold. And basically, we're hoping that zombies aren't already on their way to the mid-ground. Now, you'll notice we did change our build out a little bit. All right, so here we go. We should be able to queue him up now. And now to recover, what I think we need to do is get everybody on gold and start getting a miner. As soon as the first KRIPTOR gets out, we're going to send him out in the middle ground. We're fighting zombies, though. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now we want to queue up more miners. I'm worried like zombies might be popping out soon. We're gonna get the second miner up and running. Go take the mid ground. Let's see what they got. Oh, a single zombie. We should be able to wipe that out pretty easily. Yeah, he's moving around. He's doing AoE attacks. He swings once and he can affect all of them. He does relatively light damage, but he's definitely a crowd control unit. All right, so how are we doing right here? Are we gonna even win this? I don't know. I'm gonna need some Sword Wrath to back up my army right now because clearly zombies with like poison aren't necessarily the best. So doing a rush may not have been the best choice. So if we call everybody back to defend, will he heal while he's back there? So essentially what I'm going to do is try to keep my miners out and then get some of the zombies taken care of using just the defensive archers. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to work. So we're going to send our forces out. He did heal a little bit, but maybe not enough. So the Sword Wrath are going to take out the last remaining zombies, but we do have a little bit of an issue here. And that issue is the fact that they got the dude that throws the organs and poisons my boys. Are we poisoned? I don't think we're poisoned. We do have lifesteal too. Let's run him down. I mean, this is what we're doing. Okay, so the running speed of KRIPTORs is definitely faster than Sword Wrath. All right, we'll do a little bit of that. We should be able to take the mid ground. So KRIPTORs and Sword Wrath seem to do pretty well together. We'll take the mid ground, take it away from them. We do have a singular archer. I should have queued up 2 miners ages ago. Okay. We're going to go out and attack them. They retreated immediately, but they do have the upgrade where zombies spawn on their front line, which is interesting. We could do a heal, which could be really, really good. We do have the crystal for it. And we got the spell that apparently creates a wisp that 1 heavy unit at a time, not my whole force. So we probably could have chosen a better magical spell, but this is the one we've got. It takes a while to queue up. These guys are considered heavy units, so it's not like it does nothing. It just unfortunately doesn't do a ton. But our front line is pretty strong. The enemy is going to come out to fight us, and they're like, nah, bro. Another time, please. Not today. Not today. So at this point, we want to fill up and max out. You can see in the upper right, we got out of 60 units at our disposal. I love the miner hustle. It was the spell I liked the most in Stick War Legacy. And I use it a lot in Stick War 3 as well. Let's get 1 or 2 more miners. Not that we need them. So there it is. Look at that. And they look really cool. So that little purple wisp on them is basically a visual indicator that I'm using the vampirism enchantment. We're at 45 out of 60. We've got 2 of them queued up and 1 on the way. Things are looking good for us using this new secret Stick War 3 unit that's been teased. Oh, once again, oh, that is a relatively big zombie army. The archer's just like, look at that, getting lifesteal, healing up. By us holding the middle ground, we're getting passive gold right now. So these will be the last one, actually. We're gonna have to queue up, make room. Hoo-yah! Fight my minion. You fought bravely, you know? You did it. Now the cavalry goes out and attacks any zombies that are like getting cheeky enough. Yeah, I mean, we're loaded up. I think at this point it's clear that what we need to do is attack. So once this guy is out, we're at 59 out of 60, unfortunately. We're not at 60 out of 60. We could get, what, a Sword Wrath maybe? But we don't want them. We want to attack with what we got. Let's go. I mean, granted, player versus AI, it's always going to favor the player. But these cavalry guys are a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, did you see how much damage that was? All of that damage, all that healing, their army is just not powerful enough to deal with our cavalry charge. We got one guy back in their mineral line just like hacking up some dudes. And since he's got like AoE, he's hitting miners while he's going after what looks like some zombies. We have lost one. You can see them dead on the field right there. You know, we're not invincible, needless to say. We're just extremely, extremely powerful. Do we think one guy could go and like, depending on the enemy and like how many miners could we kill? I think that's what we gotta try right after this. So the enemy statue is taking a beating. We don't do a ton of damage to it though. You can see the arrow doing 5 damage and each time we swing it does 12. So these guys are definitely more anti-infantry. I don't think they would do well against other heavy units. Like they didn't even really do well against a statue. Versus the Blazing King, can we get one of these guys out? How much damage can we do? That is what we have to test out. Both of our miners are on crystal and I'll mine myself to do it a little bit faster. Now we're gonna switch one of these guys to gold so that we can queue up a miner. So as soon as he comes out, we're gonna, oh, they must have Sword Wrath out if they're able to already take the middle ground. Because an order faction wouldn't have zombies. Yeah, it's definitely Sword Wrath. That's gonna be interesting. If it's a Sword Wrath and an Archidin, that's gonna be a little bit challenging to kill because they'll get at least 1 or 2 arrows hitting the KRIPTOR before he gets there. 2 fire archers in a Sword Wrath. Now, they're running, and we're hitting them as they run, which is awesome. But can he beat those 3? If it will, it's going to be close, and he's going to have that residual burning, hurting him. Oh, they pulled in another one. All right, one guy's down. Oh, we got 1 out of the 3? No, we got 2 of them. Okay, so at this point, we'd have to, what? Retreat, I guess. And then use our defensive archers. Don't hit him. That guy was in his attack animation, and he got shot out of the air. That is awesome. So we're going to do miner rush. Oh, get back, get back, get back. Don't fight, don't fight. Shoot him. Oh, that guy brought the gold back. All right, we're going to have to try something else out. These guys are just too expensive. Luckily, archers don't do a lot of damage to a statue. I realized I did a miner rush spell while all of my miners were inside, I think. Or no, were they queued down? Whoa, we just countered that guy with like a slash, knocking him to the ground. They're gonna hold back. We're gonna take that. All right, just need a little bit more crystal. Just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Look at that, we're doing push-ups right now. It'd be funny if it like actually increased their health or something like that. Or got them stronger. Then at the beginning, I guess you just say like all your guys would be doing push-ups. All right. Queuing up all KRIPTORs now. So the raid against an order faction didn't really work too well. That was the unfortunate thing. And right now we're just maxing out a strong economy while we're queuing up KRIPTORs, since we can build the 2 at the same time. 2 KRIPTORs out, 1 is in queue. All right, so the 3rd KRIPTOR is here, and we're also queuing up. Oh look, we attacked when they attacked. Now we run past their front lines. One of them is mixing it up with the archers. We've got lifesteal on too, so we should stay alive a little bit longer. We can also do our magical spell here. Oh, they went Kichu. If we could kill Kichu, I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but if we could, that would be awesome. Nope, he's retreating. He's like, nah, bro, I'm straight out of here. No, he's not. He's holding back. Okay, we don't have enough crystal to do a heavy heal, but... Oh, they got a giant. Okay, we got to retreat. I kept trying to do my spell, but it just didn't work. So archers and a giant, they basically hard countered, I think, the KRIPTOR. I don't think the KRIPTORs are going to do well against giants. Yeah, this guy just died, and look at them just tumble over. And they're dead. This is going to be problematic for our chances of victory. So how do you beat these guys? Heavy units, I think, like the giant. Light units is what they counter, but this is where a Spearton would have done well, probably. All right, if we pull everybody back, can we get some of these units out before they just crush us? I don't think so, actually. If we can kill Kichu, oh, now the giant's gonna soak up the arrows, and we're gonna have to run out there and fight him right about now. So defensive archers did their thing. I think this is probably where you want to use her control. Look at all those miners stabbing at that guy's ankles. Okay, there we go. We did a heavy heal, but is it a little bit too late? Probably. We're just queuing up as many sword as we can. Can we counter? We lost all of our miners, actually, so that means we're going to need to save some of our money here. All right, we're going to run them down. We're going to queue up 3 miners to try to recover from this. I'm not going to financially recover from this. All right, Kichu's dead. The Sword Wrath is dead. The last archer's dead. We have to rebuild right now. This is not an army that you can beat. And you, buddy, you're on the wrong thing. All right, let's do a little bit of a minor rush. Now, the enemy, I guess, like, they hurt our economy. We did not hurt theirs.
A few moments later.
We are slowly rebuilding. The enemy is holding the mid-ground. KRIPTOR runs in, causes them to retreat. We take the ground. A little bit of skirmishing going on. So there we go. Could that have been the turning point? I mean, it depends. If they bring out another giant, then the answer is yikes. They keep skirmishing and firing their little salvos here. Are they gonna stay and fight? Oh, let's hit their mineral line. I tried to heal one. It didn't work. All right, that was a successful attack. I'm very pleased with that. So mixing in Swordwrath and archers with this is like, I guess the archers can sort of deal with the giants, and Swordwrath can help complement the numbers. I don't know if this is like a very good composition though. Do you think they've got a giant over there? Is it time? Time to raid? I think so. Oh, they just got Kichu. They can't afford another. Oh my gosh, they can afford another giant. All right, we're gonna raid and pull back. Kichu's gunning my boys down though. All right, so who needs the healing spell? Cool. Oh, it's healing all the heavies. All right, I learned something very valuable today. All right, so at this point, we are getting close to our unit cap. And since we know we're dealing with a giant, we can't go all KRIPTOR heavy cavalry. So the last reinforcements are making their way to the front lines. We're gonna fill it out with, I think, just one more archer. We'll be at 60 out of 60. That was kind of close. Oh, they're fighting us. This is it. Go, 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 go. That giant is just crushing KRIPTORs and Swordwrath alike. We'll have Swordwrath queuing up the reserves here. This is going to be, hopefully, the final push. For some odd reason, I'm upgrading my mining rate because, you know, why not? There's probably some better upgrades. Kichu is down and out. You can see him walking across the battlefield. Invalid cast position, probably because I'm in the enemy line. That's probably why we couldn't cast it before. Oh, the giant's coming out. Please finish off that statue, and victory. KRIPTOR cavalry are awesome. So thanks for watching another video on Stick War 3. If you do want to see more, pull the trigger on the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.